Quit it, Slav. My name is Tom.
And I'm Edwin.
And we've got a very important topic to consider today, and that's marketing. And the reason that we're switching things out, we aren't switching them that much because I'm still not ready to let Edwin drive, but I'm starting this. And I'm sort of taking the lead because Edwin and I come from completely different places when it comes to marketing. Edwin, can you describe your thoughts or feelings about that word?
Sure. Well, first off, I guess I would say there's a bias that marketing feels inauthentic, artificial, sort of agenda-driven, and seems to conflict with the call to be authentic in ministry and walk with people on their in their reflection on faith.
Okay. And I have an entirely different approach to that. And I'd be the first one to say that there is bad marketing on planet Earth. There is marketing that's so far from authentic, it's not even funny. That there's marketing that does nothing but try and fill people's pockets with dollars. You know, there's marketing that sells things that we don't value. But the fact that marketing is used by bad organizations doesn't mean that marketing is bad. So if you get a mailing from Bread for the World and they tell the story about how they're caring for hungry and needy and underserved populations in Africa, and that tugs at your heartstrings, that's marketing. That's them getting their word out about their organization and about them increasing the likelihood that they'll be able to connect with people so they can do the work that they're called to do. Okay? So that's marketing, but that's not bad, is it?
Right.
You know, Princeton Seminary just sent you a story, an email story, about someone in your class or recently who was starting a new ministry. Okay? Is that a bad thing? That's marketing. That's one of the ways that they keep you as an alum engaged in the institution. Marketing isn't about the values of the organization it's marketing for. I want to think about marketing in and of itself as a tool and as a series of tools that allow you to connect with the population you seek to serve. Now, you're going to Wilmington, Delaware, and you're hoping to start a new worshiping community. Not hoping to, that's what you're going to be doing. Marketing will allow you to be time efficient and cost efficient. Now, the last time I checked, nobody had more time than they knew what to do with. And very few people I know have more cash than they know what to do with. So marketing is a way that helps you be smart in terms of how you do what you do. Okay? So that's the approach. And what I'd like to do is go through a specially prepared, just for you, list of Tommy D's marketing top 10. And the reason for this, I like to get out my markers every now and then. And the reason for this, Edwin, is because just as with any new thing anybody learns about, there's a vocabulary that goes with it. When you take an introductory class in religion or psychology or whatever, you have to learn the lingo. And so the same is true with marketing. What I hope this will do will be to introduce you to the lingo, as well as help you start to grab hold of some of the concepts that are going to serve you and the people that you care for and minister to, I think, in a wonderful way. And I look forward to that pat on the back a few years down the road when you say, you know, Tom, I was so incredibly out to lunch when it came to marketing, and I don't know what I would have done if we hadn't had that little chat in the old F-150.
If marketing can help truly connect people, then I'm all for it. So I'm all for authentic marketing.
Why don't we take the next step as I now introduce Tommy D's marketing top 10. What's the first? I understand why you might want to go to somebody else's church. All right, Edwin, what's the first card?
Marketing.
Marketing. Marketing is what you do to connect with the population you seek to serve. Okay? Marketing could be advertising, it could be billboards. Even as we're driving down the road, there's a sign. That's marketing. There's a mailbox. It's probably filled with people doing marketing, sending out mailings, emails, et cetera, et cetera. All of that is marketing.
Okay.
All right? So marketing is just having tools at your disposal that are going to help you connect with the population you seek to serve. That's all marketing is. No more, no less. Okay? Dos.
Numero dos.
And what is that, Edwin?
It's measure.
Okay, measure. If you're going to take the time and energy to do marketing, you need to make every effort possible to measure what you're doing. So this has been made much more possible with the advent of the internet. So when I started the community church, there wasn't a lot of email action. There wasn't any instant messaging or anything like that. Instead, what was available to us was things like posters you could put up in downtown, restaurants and on windows. Most of it happened through sending out mailings. So if I sent 100 mailings out, do I have the ability to measure how many people actually opened up the envelope and read what was inside?
Do not.
No. And even if they show up at church after I send them an announcement saying, hey, there's a big thing at church on Sunday, I don't know if they remember it from the Sunday before or if they showed up because a friend told them, et cetera, et cetera. I don't have any idea if that time and energy and postage and everything else I did was of any value. So what's the point of marketing? That's one of the problems. You've got to be able to measure it. That's when marketing starts to make sense. So switch to today. Instead of my sending out a letter, which wastes trees, wastes time, takes a lot of time to label and stuff, blah, 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 blah.
And the cost.
And the cost, and the postage, et cetera, and the trees that it takes out that, it doesn't need to. Instead, I can get on my computer and, one particular program that is incredibly popular is Constant Contact. And in the same way that I had postal addresses for everyone, I now have email addresses. And I can take that population of 100 families and I can send them a far more sophisticated and attractive mailing with pictures that can be as short or as long as I want it to be, in different colors and different kinds of fonts, et cetera, et cetera. And I can send that to them at next to no cost. I mean, we're talking, we have over 500 families on our email database, and I send out lots of stuff, and it maybe costs us $40 a month. So one mailing to 100 people one time in that month, we'd spend $40. Now we have unlimited mailings. Here's the best part, though. It's measurable. Okay? What that means is that I can go into the computer after it's been sent, and I know exactly how many people have opened it. And I know, frankly, who those people are. All right? So I know if 60% of the people receive that message, and if that's an effective way for us to connect with people. Other means of marketing you don't have. So marketing, you want it to be measurable. That's why companies do things like use coupons. It's a way of them understanding if they put an advertisement in the paper or online, if they're reaching people, and they're knowing how many people they reach. So marketing is connecting with people, increasing likelihood you connect with people, and then it needs to be measurable.